Hey everybody, Dan Swinscoe here from Peak Sports and Spine Physical Therapy on the Sammamish Plateau. I'm going to show you a video on how we like to use the goblet squat. Now the goblet squat was introduced by a guy named Dan John who realized we could use a dumbbell turned this way, you hold it like that, and there's the kind of the view of the shape of a goblet glass. For us, we prefer to use the goblet squat as a means of improving the range of motion of your ankles, knees, and hips. Here's how it looks. You stand with your feet where you like them to be, somewhere about body width or a little wider, toes either straight or slightly out. Your elbows are going to be inside your knee as you drop down. And we're doing this for depth, so what we're going to do is exaggerate our breathing. Exhale, you can sink a little deeper. You can do a series of 3 or 4 breaths, then come back up. When you're down that far, you're cutting off blood flow a little bit to your legs, so you're not going to be down there and come up comfortably for very long. So maybe just cycle 3 breaths or so until you figure out what your tolerance is. Another way we like to go down there to improve our range of motion is to drop, exaggerate at least 1 breath, and then do what's called prying. Meaning your elbows sort of pry your hips apart like that, and then allow yourself to sink into it a little bit more. Then I can pry again, and so on. And maybe after 3 or so of those, then I come back up. Another way we can work on range of motion at the bottom is to do an easy little weight shift. So again, I'll drop back down, elbows are inside my knees, I'll exaggerate my breathing 1 time, sink a little more, and then I'm just going to shift my weight just a little bit from side to side. It has to be very comfortable, and a lot of times it's not comfortable to go very far to begin with, but your range improves as you go. And then come up. You can vary those, you can breathe a couple times, pry a couple times, weight shift a couple times, and come up. There's no real right or wrong. Just go with what feels best to your body to improve the depth of your squat. Now that was with a dumbbell. If we switch that around and hold a kettlebell, the benefit of the kettlebell is it has horns. So what I'm going to do with this to make it even better is I'm going to be holding those horns and feeling like I'm going to pull them apart. That automatically retracts my shoulder blades, extends my thoracic spine, and now I've got some good postural effects. So to put it all together with a kettlebell, I'm doing that. My elbows are between my knees. I can pry, I can breathe, I can weight shift, and the whole time I'm doing that, my middle back right now is really working hard, and I'm getting tired to do that. So try those variations to work on your range of motion and your posture. It's harder than it looks. Remember, the weight is not so much to make it harder to come up, but to assist you to get down deeper. Give it a try.